This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Landry, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Hey, 133. Not today. Hey, wahoo. 47. Check, 47. Tighten up. Hurry. Pull it together. Real. I got it.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have moved out in front. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the lead is now 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Fourteen seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the run.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40 and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Flacco right back to work after the pick 6. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Flacco's throw there, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Flacco now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Flacco looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
3rd and goal. Flacco over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Here's Flacco. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! You! Hey, Mike 50! Hey, Zoo! Watch out!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. It's caught to Charles. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On the move to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Check, 47. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Run. 47, check. Hurry. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long one.
Mayfield now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Touchdown, Broncos. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Point it right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. They'll run it with Johnson, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A give running right is Chubb. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Hey, exit. Hurry, hurry.
Here's Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
One last gasp for Flacco. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't eating.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Sliding.
Watch the slash. Watch the slash. Out, out.
Here we go. Kill.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Man, I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Room to run again. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Sliding.
53, Mike.
Here we go. Down to 54. Right here.
Undercrunch. Big edge.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Check.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Sliding.
Check 53. Let him know. Here
we go. 47.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. Well, he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play. Brett Maher on for the extra point.
This is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Next is score for 7. Browns nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike, here we go. Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Big Dan.
Hey, kill.
They keep on the ground with Allen. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, 488. Here we go, 46.
Shift.
26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
10th carry now for Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Mike 53. Danny. Kill.
Now Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Fresno. Back.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Maher able to put this one through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, we're ready.
50 seconds, come on. Check right.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jannard Avery picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it's the best possible spot to begin a drive. First and goal at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Mayfield going to take it on a sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 96 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Jannard Avery getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Ryan. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Come on, come on, come on. Mike's 50.
Hurry.
Mike's 59. Record. Mike's 5'9".
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Ryan. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Browns have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Ryan now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 14. And a Falcon first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Let's go.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Let's go, D. Big Sear.
Hurry!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Hey, Charlie!
On 3rd down, Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson. Is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. I said it was a day game. I'm here.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Jannard Avery. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. I got it. Check 4. Check 4. Stick ramp. Stick guard.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He'll have a first down past the 40. And running with... And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 75 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jamie Collins coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hurry.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Hey, Haywood! Hurry!
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. The first down carry here for Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
52's the
Hey, Orbit!
Mayfield to throw it. That's complete. It's Charles. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? Now Mayfield on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking a big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Michel. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On third and long, it's Brady. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jannard Avery drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Check 26.
Go! Goal 50.
Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll run on first down. Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
No, check that. We want Mike 52.
Five.
Watch the screen.
Hurry.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in.
Demaryius Thomas, 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas, 68 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Squeeze, double. 51's the mic.
Hey, wahoo! Hurry!
51's the mic.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
We own it. No. Shadow.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
80 weapons. Check it. Hey, Zoo.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 52.
To throw, it's Brady. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go on. No, 66. Alpha. Let's go on. No, 66. Let's go on. No, 66.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
I'm coming after you.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, Alpha.
You don't want none. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Hurry.
I'm here all day.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's now 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Run, run, run.
Check 52, come on.
Hurry, hurry.
They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd down, Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cleveland Browns. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds his tight end here, Orson Charles. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 4th down, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football. If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
61, matchbox, lights.
Crunch. Shift. Slam.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on first down, Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Hurry.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
51's the mic. Now watch one.
Hey, foxtrot. Hurry.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Watch out.
Mayfield now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Topper!
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Brings up second and 5.
Let's get it.
The 43-yard line.
Regular. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, let's go. It's coming.
Hurry. Done.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Run.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They come out here in the eye.
Watch 83.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down.
Mike, 57. Check the outs.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
14 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Mike's 57.
Bravo.
Blue Dan. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Hey, Haywood.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's got the hook up once again to Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
57's the mic.
Hey, 57. Hey, orbit.
57's Mike. Mike.
From the 29, Wentz flush to his right. And complete to Zach Ertz. 7 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go with Howard again. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Howard. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Wentz now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
It's now 3rd and goal.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
53's the mic.
Go.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And they are going going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So on 4th and goal, Howard unable to get there. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Set, 180.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
First down, Browns.
20.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 40 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 57, Mike 57.
Five.
Mike's 57, 57's Mike. Watch the pass, watch the pass. 57's the Mike, 57's the Mike. Here we go.
Let's 5-7.
Throwing is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Give me that ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
5-7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You don't want none, baby. You don't want
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get that ball.
6.7.
57. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the screen. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Smith. 82.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Wentz now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Following the interception, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Alpha.
51's Mike. Mike.
Hurry.
Focus, defense, focus.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Here we go. 180.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On the handoff, this is Howard. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, from Philly.